Mustang PEK 3685 back here with an update on my MSI Afterburner and throttle stop settings. Now, I have another method for people that they can try if you want to do this, okay? So this, I'll show you the settings that it can max out for this CPU and GPU. So if you've got it, you can certainly try it and see how it goes. If you've got a different CPU and GPU, try your own test basically and see what it can go up to. Now what it'll do is when it goes up too far, it'll not do damage. It'll just basically, it will say about the GPU and stuff like that, but don't worry about it. It's normal. It's not going to do damage or anything like that, okay? So what I would say first is MSI Kombuster, okay? Version 3.5.2.1 is the one that I use currently. Download that if you haven't downloaded it already, okay? And what you want to do is, this is my advice to anyone, see your core clock, okay? Your core clock, you go in increments of 40. So I'm just messing about this quick a second. I want to bring that back down to 0. Well, let me do it. Oh, I need to actually bring it back down myself. Okay, so this one here, this is the core clock, okay? Move the camera up slightly. This is the core clock, so it's this one here, okay? That I've got the mouse pointer at. I would recommend doing that increments at 40, right? And carry on a test for up to a minute or a minute and a half. It's up to yourself how long you want to do it. See how it goes. If it stays up there, there's no issues, temperatures seem okay, close the test down and bring it up by another 40 and keep going and keep going, okay? So I'm going to show you 240 quickly and show you what I mean, okay? So we'll go with 240 for the core clock, okay? And I'm going to tick that. So remember to tick that, okay? That press the tick box there, okay? Now, we're going to go into start stress test, okay? Now, we're not going to go, because this video will last way too long if I do a full test, okay? I'm just showing you to get the idea. You can do the full test yourself. If you hate spending time doing this kind of thing, right? If you want the most out of your CPU and GPU, do it. Or if you can't be bothered with this sort of thing, have a look for settings online as well. Some of the settings I used worked. Some things were good, some things weren't. So just because it works for someone else doesn't mean it will work for you or your laptop or your CPU, GPU. It could be different, okay? So far so good with this test. Let's see. Yeah, no issues at the moment. So what I'm just going to do is so that let that run when you're doing this every increment of 40 for at least a minute, okay? Let it run for a minute. And then if everything's okay, just close it back down, okay? And then increase it again. Now what's really important to do is just, I'm showing you for reference, delete that profile by right clicking, okay, here. I'm on number 5 just to show you an example, right, which is a spare profile. Remove that again and bring it up, right? So we're gonna go 280, right? Let's just see, we'll go increments of 40, right? And we'll go 280 now and we'll see what happens, okay? So we'll put that there and tick, okay? And we'll try a stress test and see how this goes, okay? So this is at 280. Now, what is also really important to remember as well, I'm just going to say to you now, anyone that's watching, Kombuster will stress test it, okay? So what you'll see is you can see a couple of things. You can see either on the screen it will say it'll error. You'll notice it'll kind of just mess up, right? Don't worry about that. It's not going to do anything because I've done the test myself. It doesn't damage anything, okay? It's just stress tests basically, right? So don't think it'll do anything. It'll not. As I said, don't panic about that if it happens to you. Just dial it back. Because what you're wanting to do is you want to get the most out of your CPU and GPU. Because out the box, I've said this before, you're not getting the most out of it. So this is an optional thing. You want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But I'm putting up the video to let people know. Right, so far so good, right? No issues, right? So that's what I'm saying. You keep increasing, right, until it tells you now. Where's my MSI Afterburner disappeared to? Okay, I brought it back again. Right, so let's go with, we'll go 320 then, right? We'll try that, 320. Take that off, put it back, save it, right? We'll try 320. We'll stress test. Right. See what happened there? Right, okay. So that was at 320, okay. Now, where is MSI Kombuster again? I'll bring it back up. Okay, so that was at 320, right? So I'm just going to confirm, right? You can connect to your MSI Afterburner, see that bit there as well? You can connect to that, so it means that you just tick that, right? So let's start it again. Right, do you see what's happening here just now? This is what I wanted to do this video. I wanted to show you this, how it'll appear. See what it just did there? Right, don't worry about that, okay? That just means that you can't have it up as high as 320, okay, for this CPU, GPU. So what I'm going to do is, right, I'm bringing it back by, let's just say 20, right? We'll give that a go. We'll try 20 here just to show, okay? And I'll go back into Kombuster and we'll see how it goes. We'll see if it runs the test without crashing or dropping, okay? Right. So do you notice what it's going to do again? It's going to crash again. See me? So what I would say is, for this CPU, it's up to you. 280, I found that 1 or 2 games before when I tried it, it can crash, okay? So what I would say is, try 240 with this CPU and see how it goes for you, okay? 240. So let's just get that out of the way. We've got the core clock right roughly for this current CPU. Now, you could adjust it by, say, 10s, 15s, whatever you want to do if you want to spend more time to try and get the best, if you want the absolute best. But I recommend doing increments of 40 because for that, that's just my personal opinion, okay? So, let's see here. Right, so it never crashed in 240, so we'll just go with that just now, right? 280 actually went okay, didn't it? So we could say 280. It never crashed in 280, did it? But I was saying to you that some games may crash or whatever. You just need to try it out in-game as well. So what I would say is, after the Kombuster check, try it out in-game. If it says something like graphic card issue or something comes up, don't worry about it. Come back out the game, dial back your settings a wee bit, go back in and try it again. This can honestly help your performance. I'm not just saying this, it really can, okay? Okay, so we'll leave it at, I'm just going to leave it at 240, right? If you want to try 280, you do it. I think when I did it with a couple of games, it gave me an issue. So 240 for this CPU. Right, memory clock, okay? Now, where are we? I need to click this, okay. So, if you give me a second, I'm just going to try something here, okay. So, memory clock here, right, which is the one below it. Try increments of 50, right. Now, what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to try, let's just see, right. Let's match this to see what happens, right, just out of interest. So, we'll go yes, and then I'll save that profile. Let's just see what happens with the Kombuster stress test, okay? Let's see if it runs it, how it goes. Now, I appreciate this may take a bit of time, but honestly, if you need to skip through a bit and come back, fine, do it. But this is really important. If you want to get the best out your CPU and GPU, follow what I'm saying here. And if you go into a game and it crashes or drops out of it, or the wee GPU thing comes up about it saying it failed or something, or there was an issue, don't worry about that. Just close the game down and dial it back a bit. Try it again, and then you'll see what the best settings are for your CPU and GPU. So as you can see here, everyone's running okay, right? at the moment. So I always say give it about a minute, but I'm going to come back out and I'm just going to go, so we'll increase this to 250, right, just to see. So we'll go here 250 and we'll save it and we'll implement it, okay. Always remember to implement it by ticking as well, okay. Now I just want to say, Jalpinder as well, make sure that your curve frequency, right, when you're doing, see if you're copying my profiles that I've showed you from my previous video, make sure that you've got your voltage curve frequency at the same as what I've showed you in the profiles. If you don't, you could try your own, or you can look online for other settings. But if you've not got that set, you may not notice much of a difference. So let's try 250 then and see how that goes. Now, to adjust the fan, it's FN and the fan sign, so silent, balanced or overboost, and that will help with your temps. So as you can see up here at the moment, see what I'm doing here? Look, this is stress testing this. This is what you want. This is how you get the most out of your CPU and your GPU. So I'm happy to show you this and to spend a bit more time. I really want... It would be great, wouldn't it? We could do a shorter video here to save time, right? Of course it would. But if you want things right, I need to show you. You need to listen to everything I'm saying and follow it, right? And see how it goes for yourself. Now, 240 plus on the core clock and plus 250 in the memory clock for me. Look at what it's giving me base. 2075 base, right? Boost 4.252 megahertz. So basically 4.2 gigahertz, right? Is what that's telling me at the moment the stress test is doing. Now that is not failing. That's not failing my... I'm not getting any problems. The test has not disappeared. Do you notice that? Look, it's still here, right? So let's try something else very quickly. Let's try 250 and 250, right? We're just out of interest to see what happens here. So we'll go save, tick to implement it. Always make sure that that's greyed out. You see it goes dark. Always make sure. So it's implemented. Start stress test. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to end this video in a wee minute, okay? Now, if you've got any questions about this, just post below, okay? If I need to do a follow-up, I'll do it, but I'm just trying to do this video in the one go so it gives people an idea. So just remember, right, while this test's running, I'm just going to bring it back to you again. Your core clock, right, no matter what CPU or GPU you have, increments of 40. Now, just go with core clock only. Keep testing and keep doing it in 40s. Now, when you get that disappearing, when you get this Kombuster test disappearing, you know then it's clock too high. Dial it back, right? Memory clock. Once you've finished that test and you've got roughly what you're at for the core clock, go into memory clock. Do it in increments of 50. Try it. Keep going until this disappears. If you get anything else coming up, like a wee warning or something, don't worry about it. It's just saying to you basically that no, you can't, or it can't go that. That doesn't do any damage. Don't worry, okay? And all you just do is you keep increasing it, okay, until you've got your limit. So you can see here, obviously, you know, I'm getting quite high base and boost, right? So I personally try, if you've got the same GPU, CPU as me, or you're buying this laptop, try the double up 250 here that I have. See it 250 and 250. Try it in game. See if that's causing games to crash while you're playing, right? Don't worry about it. shut it down, come back here, right? Come back to this, and all you just do is bring it back a bit, dial it back. Now, that test finished there because I adjusted that slightly as I was talking. Right, that's fine. The test with 250 works. Now, try it in game. That is my suggestion. So, let's quickly, before I finish this, I'm going to do this quickly actually. Let's go into Steam, and let's just do. Okay, I'm just going to quickly get a game here. 2 seconds. Let's just do. Where are we? Oh, do we just do Tomb Raider? Right, stuff it. We'll just do Tomb Raider, right? And obviously I know that Rise of the Tomb Raider is a bit more demanding again, but listen, I'm just going to show you quickly. Now, this is what I recommend. Try these settings out in your games as well. Kombuster is there for a guide for you, okay? If it doesn't crash, happy days, because that hopefully should mean that your game shouldn't crash. It's not a guarantee, but it's a good sign, okay? Now, let's just play this game for a wee second, and we'll see if we have any issues, okay? Right. Now, see here. Right. So the game crashed, okay? So that's another good way of testing as well. MSI Kombuster stayed up, said it was okay, but the game didn't like it. Fine, no problem. This is why I'm trying to show this so people understand, okay? So let's go back into MSI Afterburner, okay? So what we'll do here is turn back the settings a wee bit more. We'll try again. As they say, there's no harm. Just keep trying until you get the settings that are right for your setup. Because this time that you're putting in is worth it. Because it could give you extra performance and potentially extra frames in your games. Right, so let's go back. We're going to try this again. I've toned that down by 10 each. Let's just see if that'll make this gameplay, right? So we'll try it again quickly. And I know that this is going over a bit of time now, but I'm not bothered because it's so I can show everyone it. Because occasionally I know that I'm quite new to all this myself, right? And I understand that people will be new to it, so some people may go, right, hold on, I'm going through this so you can understand it. So if you've got any other questions, just post, let me know, and I'll try and help you, okay? This is why I'm doing this longer video. So let's go in, or let's try and go in, right? There. Let's see how this goes with 240 each, right? For this CPU and GPU. 240 each. We'll see how we go. Right, now, I'm going to move around and we'll just see how it goes, okay? Now, you'll see here... Now, just to give you a bit of information, okay? I'll pause it a wee second. You can potentially get more frames by doing this. This is what I'm saying, and it can actually help as well with performance. So it is a worthwhile test. Take your time, spend a wee bit of time doing it. After Kombuster, close it down. Go into a couple of your games, try it. If your game did what Tomb Raider did there the last run, and then I brought it down slightly by 10, and now it's stayed up, as you can see, right? It's not crashed. Keep it like that. Don't touch it. Unless you want to try and refine settings further. That is your maximum. Or even take a note of it. Save it in a notepad. Do whatever you want to do. Take a note of your maximum. So with this CPU and GPU, we had plus 240, plus 240. So 240 and 240, okay? If you want to take a note of that. But I'm just going to show you. Oh well, it's crashed. Right, okay then. Wonderful. Seemed to run okay there, but well. Right. So don't take a note of 240. So I'm glad I did this because this is proven to be worthwhile. Right. Let's go 220. 220 each, just to try it. So core clock 220, memory clock 220. Let's try it. Right. Okay. Right. Let's go. Let's see how it goes this time. Go back in again. Let's see. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. This is what you have to do, okay? May take a bit of time, but it's worth it. Do what I'm doing there, what I'm showing you. Dial it back if it's crashing by small increments. I've done 20 there. You can do what you want if you want to try and get the most optimal, but obviously you need to keep going in and out. So I've dialed it back by another 20 just to see if it'll be stable here or if the game will crash. So let's see how it goes. Right.
Hey! Get that damn gun off me!
So far so good, okay. So let's pause it and go back in again and see if it's okay. Pausing, back in. Right.
Oh, boy, damn it. Burned out again. Surprised they even worked after so many years.
Okay. Okay, so look, this is why I'm saying this is important. I'm glad I did this now. Right, so we got crashing there, okay? So, again, so don't be worried by that. That's fine, don't worry about it. It doesn't do anything. It'll not do anything to the processor, it'll not do anything to the CPU, sorry, the GPU. Don't worry about it, okay? So, let's see. Back into MSI. I'm just doing this in front of you now. You know yourself to do it. What I'm saying to you, I've went through it now and I don't need to keep repeating myself, so I'll dial that back to 200. Let's just see what it's like. Right, 200 and 200. This is the only way you find out, by spending time doing this, unless you can find preset settings online that work. But I found settings online and it didn't necessarily give me the best experience. It can do, it depends, so it's just something that you need to spend time doing. So let's go back in again and try it. So this is at 200 for both, so we'll try this again and see how it goes. Straight back in again.
Hey! Get that damn gun off me! Gotta go check in. Need anything? Nah, I'm good. Oh, damn it. What the hell? Burned out again. Surprised they even worked after so many years.
Nice, okay. So I'm just trying to see here if we get any crashing, right? So I'm just going to keep moving about and seeing. Okay. Did I say that I'm good with a bow and arrow? Right, so far so good. Okay, now I'm nearly at 25 minutes here, so I'm gonna finish up this video. Okay, now that gives you an idea. Okay, now that has not crashed. Okay, so there you go. So we'll go. Hold on, I'll see if I can come at this a second. Right, so we'll go. If I'll bring this back up quick before I finish. Right. So if you go with plus 200 for for this CPU, GPU. If you've got this, try that out. Try out in games. If they don't crash, great. If they do, then dial it back, okay? And as I said, keep increasing. Core clock is in increments of 40. Run the test. Run Kombuster all the way until it closes itself down. When it starts closing itself down, bring it back. Your memory clock, do it by increments of 50. Remember what I said. Keep going. 50, 50, or you can make it slightly smaller to see if you can fine tune it again. Do that. Try it until it closes down. Bring it back. Then after you brought it back, do what I've done. Go into games and try it. So Tomb Raider there. Older game, yes. Graphic wise, pretty good still. Intensive at times, but not as intensive maybe as latest games. So what I would say is, if you've got other games that are more intensive, go in and try it. So 200 is what I would say there. It isn't crashing there with Tomb Raider. Might crash with other games. If it does, again, dial it back slightly. Not massive, slightly if you need to go back in again. Yeah, this should honestly help with performance and frame rate. So please give us a like. Subscribe to my videos if you like them and you want to see more. I'll always be doing benchmarks and requests if anyone needs them. So Jalpinder, please, I know it's obviously a longer video, watch this and remember what I said. Control F and bring up the voltage frequency curve editor and make sure that you've got the curve editors the same as what I did in my original video, okay? And I'll be back soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.